My name is Mrs. Gilchrist, and I teach forensic science and biology, and I've been teaching here at Monte Vista for 15 years. I love teaching forensics. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of lab, so it's all hands-on. There's not a whole lot of bookwork and a lot of homework. If you like labs, then this is a fantastic class. There's crime scenes, and you get to solve the crime, and you collect the evidence, and you test the evidence to try to figure out who it is that left that evidence, and then we take the cases to court. You also create your own crime scene and solve each other's crime scene. Well, forensic science is now a D-Lab science, so it counts as one of your 3 or 4 years that you need to get into the UC system. It actually meets the Common Core NGSS standards very well because it is a lot of inquiry based. And you go and you figure things out. It's very hands-on, so for those students that like hands-on, it's a lot of fun. There's not a lot, like I said earlier, there's not a lot of bookwork learning. It's a lot of activity. So it has been board approved that there will be a year 2 forensic science, and it could start as soon as next year if there are enough students that are interested. And since most forensic students are seniors, that doesn't leave a lot of room for year 2 next year. So the counselors are talking about taking interested seniors that are interested in taking year 2 and putting them into year 2 forensics without taking the year 1 course. So they'll still be solving crimes and creating your crimes, but they will all be taken to court.
Hello, my name is Mr. Long. I teach English and video production here at Monte Vista High School. I have been a teacher now for 7 years. One of the reasons I wanted to become a teacher was my mom, who is now in her 50th year of teaching. She's taught English, music, German for a long time. Definitely instilled a sense of lifelong discovery in me. One of the reasons why I enjoy both teaching English and video production is I get to deal with a lot of really interesting projects. For example, in video production, this year we do some genre studies, which is a throwback to a course I used to teach at Castro Valley, literature and film, where we would review certain concepts, either Japanese aesthetics or classic noir films, and we do recreations of some of those scenes, which we're doing this semester. First semester, we normally focus on small techniques, just motion cuts, match cuts, certain lighting elements. But for the most part, I think my favorite stuff that we've done so far has been some stop motion videos, re-editing a trailer to change the entire mood of a piece. I think I got some really good edits out of that. And on top of that, we are doing some recreations of Citizen Kane scenes right now in black and white, using some of the omnis and the lulls that we've got in the studio, which I'm really looking forward to the students completing. Right now we're also doing an entire movie shot in 1 take. We'll see how that goes, but it's sort of like an endless stream of creative energy. I've got a bunch of good students this year, both in terms of talent, drive, technique, and quite frankly, equipment in order to do some of the stuff that I've asked them to do. So I'm growing with them. If you're a student who's looking into growing a program, because video production used to be at the hallowed heights, one of the best in the San Ramon Unified School District, then join on, make this a program what it used to be. If you're interested in finding out the ins and outs of studio production, definitely come on in, as well as checking out some classic aesthetics, stuff that you might not have been introduced to you before. I think half of my job is just exposure to a lot of stuff that, you know, maybe you haven't seen before.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?